Hey, hello, how you doing? This is Dave from the Dave Laight Be Happy podcast. Yeah, that's right, the Be Happy podcast, where we say, be happy! For goodness sake, be happy, because if you ain't happy, what's the point of it? What's the point of life if you're not happy? What is the point of doing something if you're not happy? And this podcast is about trying to motivate and inspire people through word and through stories and through examples of how you can go find great happiness, more happiness for you in your life. And the most important thing about it, it's not just finding it, because it's okay finding something, isn't it? You want to keep a hold of it. So we're not talking about just cheap kind of bullshit, it's here, 1 minute, gone the next kind of happiness. I'm talking about true, deep, inner happiness. And some people scoff at it, true inner happiness. But you know what? Unless you got it, you don't know what you is missing. So if you need some pointers, just a little word that might inspire you, because I keep saying a sentence, a phrase, a paragraph may inspire someone to take some steps that could take them down the road, start a journey that could take them to some great places in their life in terms of their happiness and in terms of making dreams come true, because we've all got the capacity to do that. I've proven that for myself, and I'm trying to share stuff with you to make you believe it, to make you go and do it, to make you go and achieve it. This is a story that I want to share with you, and we're going to base this story in America, because it's a story which involves a wooden house. You know, the type of shack that you find kind of on the dusty old roads in the outback of the US of A. It's got a wooden veranda, and it's got that wooden porch, that overhanging little roof on the veranda, and where they sit out in the hot day sun, just chillaxing. So that's why it's in the USA, because that's where I think you find those houses, or you do in the films anyway. So I'm trying to tell you this story because it really resonates with me, and I think it has been true of me in my life, and I think it's true of you, most probably has been or will be in your life. And if it isn't, then good for you. Fantastic. So are you ready? Because I'm going to start to tell you this story. And as we start in every single story, I'm going to start by saying, once upon a time. Now, hang on. First of all, I'm going to say, are you sitting comfy? And I shall start the story, then I shall begin. So once upon a time in America, in the US of A, a guy had been out walking, but he was end up lost anyway. The guy was lost, and he's walking along this long old dusty road, and he does come across this house, this kind of in the outback, as I said, like I described. It's a dusty old scene, very hot, and there's this house, and it's got a porch, and it's the porch where you'd have a rocking chair, and there's this old boy sat on a rocking chair with his dog by his side, looked really good, you know what I mean, his faithful dog by his side, and they're just sat there just relaxing, and this guy thought, maybe he can help me with some directions. So he walked up to the house and just knocked at the post by the porch, and the guy said, "Yeah, we can help you, mate." In American, of course. "Can I help you, sir?" And so the guy said, "Yeah, I'm lost. I wondered if you could give me some directions." The guy said, "Well, you do look really thirsty, and you look tired. Why don't you just sit with me for a little while? I'll get you a drink, and you can relax, and I'll tell you where you want to go. I'll give you the directions you want." So the guy brought some lemonade out. They sat down, because it would be lemonade on that porch, wouldn't it? And they had lemonade, and they were talking, and they just started talking about life. And as they were talking, the guy couldn't help but notice the dog that was by its side was kind of like fidgeting where he was sitting. And the guy was getting on looking at the dog, and the dog every now and again would whimper, going, like this. And the guy was just ignoring him, and it just kept going, the guy, ow, and it was kind of shifting, ow. And it went on for quite a while, and the guy was intrigued. He said, "I can't help noticing that there's something wrong with your dog." He said, he seems to be, in some sort of discomfort. And the guy said, bear in mind this is America, so that's all happening in American speech. The guy said, "Well, the thing is," he said, "the old dog here, he sat on a nail." And the guy said, what? He sat on a nail? And the guy said, yeah, he sat on a nail. And the guy said, the dog didn't say it, that'd be a fantastic story if the dog started talking. The old guy said, let's recap. Ruined the story, haven't I? So the guy says, what's the matter with him? And he said, well, he sat on a nail. And the guy said to him, why is the dog sitting on a nail? Why doesn't he just get up and move somewhere else to sit then? And the bloke said, well, the thing is, he's in a little bit of discomfort and a bit of pain, but the pain isn't enough. It's not a big enough pain to make him get up and move. And that story resonates with me because I think that in my life, I've been that old dog sat on a nail. And the nail is the metaphoric nail I'm talking about. I've been sat in that department doing that job, feeling miserable, discomfort and even pain. And I've been groaning and groaning about it. But you know what? For whatever reason it was, the pain wasn't big enough for me to get up and move to another department or another job. So I just kept sitting there like that dog, shifting around and being unhappy and moaning and groaning, but I didn't actually get up and move to a better place. That resonates with me because it happened to me on more than one occasion. And the thing about it is when you sat on that metaphoric nail, you kind of can't get up sometimes because you've got not only gravity pushing you, keeping you down on that nail, keeping you in that place, even if it's painful, because there's things, pressures that exert themselves on you, like I can't switch my jobs because I've got a mortgage to pay. I can't speak out because I might lose my job. You know, there's always something that's going to stop you from changing. And if you only but did, you'd get to a much more comfortable place in your life. So my question to you is, bearing in mind the story of this old dog who sat on a nail, are you right now sat on that metaphoric nail? Are you in a relationship? Are you in a job? Are you in somewhere in your life where you're sat on that nail and it's hurting you? It's giving you pain. It's giving you discomfort. It's causing you to be upset. And you are moaning and groaning about it, getting depressed about it. But you're just like that old dog, you're not getting up and moving off the nail by going to a different position in your relationship or in your job or career or in the world or wherever you are you getting up and moving? Because it's a great story. I love the way that story, it's not my story. I heard someone else tell that story and it resonated with me. But think about it. Many, many of us continue to sit on that nail in our life. And it's you look at that dog and think, well, how stupid are you? How stupid are you if you're sat on a nail right now? How stupid are you? And it is as easy as just deciding you're going to get up and you're going to move to a different place. And things always sort themselves out in the end. I used to be a taxi driver, right? Night shift taxi driver. One day, 3 old ladies got into my taxi and they said to me, young man. And I said, say that again. Because I was getting quite old when they said that. I said, I love that. Say that again. Call me young man again. And they said, young man. And I said, yes. They said, here's some learning from life. And these were old ladies who'd been through wars and seen everything there is that life could throw at you. They said, young man, don't worry about anything in life. And they'd been through life. Don't worry about anything in life. Because the funny thing about life is it's got a way of always sorting itself out. So if you are sitting on that old nail, feeling very uncomfortable and painful, get up and move. Do something about it. Don't just sit there and be in pain. Move and trust in that really, really good old advice from old ladies who told me, and I'm telling you, get up and move and don't worry about a thing, because this funny thing called life, the universal God, always has a way of helping us to sort ourselves out. Don't sit on that now. Thanks for listening. It's been the Dave Laight Be Happy podcast. Please subscribe. Please pass the pod, if you like. Pass the pod on to anyone who you think might need a little word or motivation. We're just trying to do some good, trying to pass it around the world, actually. And the audience is growing. We want to make it grow and grow and grow to help as many people as we can. So help me to help you, to help me, to help someone else, blah, 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 blah. Thanks for listening. I will see you in the next podcast. Bye.